Hey, this is Top Shelf Barbecue. I'm Rick Kaplan, and I'm going to show you how to make the most amazing smoked turkey. We've got smoked turkey. You could do this for Thanksgiving, or you could do it anytime. It's March right now, so we're just going to roll with it. First things first, you want to go ahead and get your bird out of the packaging, and then just get rid of this stupid thing because we don't use these where I come from. And then you want to make sure that you get all the innards, the turkey neck and the bag full of the organs out of the turkey, and then put it in a bag for later. Stuff this in the fridge. What we're going to need for this is going to be a stick of butter. Go ahead and melt it in the microwave. Salt, pepper, and you can go ahead and get some fresh seasonings, but we're just going to use the dry stuff today. This is perfectly fine. First thing we want to do, I'm going to go ahead and flip the bird around here again, is you want to get up under this skin and separate it from the meat. So be very careful not to tear the skin, but stick your finger in there. You can use a spatula, but I prefer my finger because I like to feel what I'm running into there. You're going to feel a bunch of connective tissue. We want to separate this because we want to season the meat. If you just go ahead and you season on top of the skin, a lot of that seasoning is not going to penetrate the skin and make it down to the meat. So we want to actually have flavorful meat. Slowly working my fingers upwards. So you kind of do that action, a little bit of that action, but make sure you don't tear the skin. Mostly you want to pay attention to right here where your entry point. We're getting kind of high up there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a spatula. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. We'll be able to get enough seasoning up there. So first thing we want to do is go ahead and take our melted butter, where we just opened up our skin. And just to make sure you get it all covered, go ahead and do it with your hands. We're gonna get a little dirty here, but trust me, it's worth it in the end. You make sure that you get in all those cracks and crevices. Okay, that's good. Then we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna dump this on the rest. And go ahead and coat our bird. Now we are going to use the entire stick of butter. I mean, the smoke is gonna take care of most of the browning action, but this will help crisp it up. And make sure you get everywhere. Next thing we're going to do is salt and pepper. So let's go on with our salt. Be pretty generous here. Pepper. Italian seasoning. And we're just going to go nice light coating on here. Not too much. Flip your bird. Salt, pepper. We are going to stuff the neck of the turkey. Apply liberally in there. Italian seasoning on the top of the bird. Some Italian seasoning inside the neck. Next, let's fill up the cavity. Go ahead and take care of the cavity of the bird. Use a lot in here. We're gonna go under the skin of the bird. Don't go too liberal with this. This is touching the meat directly, but you don't want too much salt. And let's go ahead and get in there with some pepper. This is messy. You're gonna have some cleanup after this. And a little bit of the Italian seasoning. This guy is ready to be transferred. If you don't have one of these roasting pans, you can use just a regular sheet pan, but we're gonna take this and we're gonna stuff it in the refrigerator. So let's go ahead and transfer our turkey to the roasting pan. Make sure it's got room to breathe. Pull your skin down. All right, and then we're gonna just go ahead and put this in the refrigerator, and we will come back. You can either let it go in there for a day up to 3. The longer you let it go, the drier the skin's gonna be and the crispier your skin's gonna be at the end. Now that our bird is totally defrosted and we've given it some time to sit in the fridge, open air, this skin is pretty dry. So that's what we're looking for. That'll get us nice crispy skin. So what we gotta do next is we're going to inject it. That way it stays juicy during the long smoke. And then what we need for that is going to be to melt a stick of butter and then have a cup of chicken broth. So I'm gonna go ahead and melt this. Okay, our butter is nice and melted, so we want to go ahead and add this to our chicken broth. Stir it around, make sure that all the butter is nice and dissolved. All right, time to inject the bird. Nice little trick. Let's go ahead and put some cooking spray around the rubber on your injector, and that'll help this slide through a little bit better. So let's go ahead and pull in some of our juice, and we're gonna go in the legs. And you can see that puff up as soon as we start injecting. It's perfect. Where are we at there? We're gonna get both sides of the legs. Okay, and then go ahead and add some to the breast. I like to do one side from bottom to top, and then the other side. That way you don't lose track of where you're at. Go ahead and dry off the injection that spit out. We want to keep this thing dry. All right, now it's time to grab some cooking twine, and we're going to stuff this bird. I've got an onion here. I'm just gonna rip off the top layer. Okay, go ahead and take your onion and stuff it. All right, the apple I'm gonna go ahead and cut in half. And then just go ahead and put these in. Just like that. Your twine is gonna go around the legs, and you cross them like this. Go ahead, tie them together. And then cut off the excess. Okay, I'm gonna line a sheet pan with some paper towels. We'll go ahead and transfer the turkey onto there. And the sheet towels are gonna pick up some of this liquid that's left over. All right, let's go ahead and flip our turkey so the back is facing up, and then we're gonna tie the wings so that they're closer into the body and it'll cook more evenly. So the way this is gonna work is you're gonna pull the wings in like that. Go ahead and tie this up. And this is gonna reach over and tie this one up. This bird is ready for prime time. Let's go ahead and put it on the smoker. All right, so I've got the smoker rolling at 325. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bird on, and then we'll let it ride for about an hour and a half until we check it and see where our temps are at, and then check to make sure that we're getting the color that we're looking for. All right, so it's been about an hour, and I'm gonna go ahead and check this bird out, see how we're doing. Really liking this color. This is perfect. We got a nice golden bird here. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz it with some canola oil. Now we're gonna go ahead and check some temperatures just to see where we're at. Okay, we're at 126 high up in the breast. 123. Let's check the thigh. 140 on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and tent this. This is gonna help with the color. That's gorgeous. Let's see what we got here. 164. Juice is running clear. 168. Yeah, we're done. 170 on that side. A little warmer on the right side, but that's okay. Okay, you might need a spatula to get the skin off the bottom of the grate. If not, if you're lucky, then don't worry about it, but just get one handy in case you need it. Yeah, we're good here. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I can't wait to eat this. Look at that. So good. That's perfect color. Okay, now we're gonna carve this bird up. So first thing you wanna do is get a nice chef's knife, make sure it's really sharp. Go ahead and take off the kitchen twine with some scissors. And then first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut right between the breast and this leg over here. Get this skin chopped up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one. And then just go ahead and push these apart. And then you can slide the knife in here. Go ahead and cut right here on the back of the thigh. And then you should be able to kind of wiggle this out. Try to put your knife into the joint. There you go. There we go. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the breasts off. What I like to do, instead of just shaving off slices, I like to get the entire breast off, and then we'll put it on the carving block over here, and then we'll cut it against the grain because the meat's a lot easier to chew. So just go ahead and cut right down the middle and find that breastplate. And you just work your way down. I'm just gonna go ahead and try this piece. Oh my God, a perfect amount of smokiness, nice and salty. All right, now we got our separate breast piece. Go ahead and cut off the little straggler. Now, what you want to do is just, we can see the grain is running long with the breast. So we're just going to cut slices like this. Go ahead and take a piece from the middle. You can see on there it's pretty juicy. I can't wait, here we go. It's super tender. The meat fibers are just coming apart right there. So it's easy to chew. This is amazing. Now you do the same thing for the other side, but we're gonna go ahead and take off the wing here. Go ahead and slide your knife under the wing and cut. And then on the top side and underneath. And then try to jam your knife into the joint and cut out that connective tissue. And there you go, there's your wing. Go ahead and cut this flap off. You can just break this apart. And let's go ahead and try this drum. The breast is awesome, but you just can't beat this dark meat. But it's still really good, it's still juicy. And the meat's falling apart pretty well. There's just tons of juices on the board. That's awesome. I love that. Now for the leg and the thigh, go ahead and put your knife right in between them in the joint here. And then cut along the leg. Make sure you break the skin. And then here, just go ahead and pull it apart. You'll see the joint right there. Stick your knife in. There you go. go ahead and try this guy out.